So the bookies have Manchester City as the favourites going into the tie. Of course, they're looking to add the FA Cup to the Carabao Cup that they won earlier in the season. Chelsea looking to bookend their season after, of course, being crowned world champions in the summer, looking to end the campaign with a win in the FA Cup. That's why we're all here. That's why we're standing here on a Friday night. Wembley Arch behind us. Beautiful.
It should really be a fine of a week's wages for you even mentioning Club World Champions.
They are the Club World Champions. That is it until the next tournament. That's where they are.
Both of them had a lay-up in the semi-finals. City made hard work of it against Southampton.
Yes, they
Chelsea
did.
had a lay-up against...
Needham gets looked at for that. Needham's fault. Struggling.
Chelsea had a lay-up against Leeds. Second half was a bit tougher. I think, I might be wrong, I think they might have went to a back three at Liverpool. This is all very boring. They all went to
never stopped you before.
I think they might have went to a back three at Liverpool last week. So the tactical side of it could be interesting tomorrow, how they go and how they set up. But yeah, you know, if City play to their level, it could be a tough day for Chelsea.
Chelsea have still got some good players. If you look around the squad, you know the defenders are coming back into the side, which they're not. Is Goville going to be fully fit? I mean, James, I think, is an excellent addition to their back four. But Neto is a good player. You've got João Pedro's a good player. Fernandes will make runs into the box. Caicedo's a good midfield player. If they can click together and they can play well and play at their very best, they can still cause Man City problems. Because Man City, although they're at the moment, I think, the best team in the Premier League in terms of their form, they still look vulnerable when teams hit balls in behind them. They still look vulnerable on the counter-attack every so often. And if Chelsea play at their very best, they can cause them problems.
I still think João Pedro, he's to me, he is almost a level above what's at Chelsea at the moment in terms of the way that he thinks and how he sees the link-up play and his hold-up.
That was evident when we were here for the semi-final, wasn't he? He was the leader on the pitch trying to sort everything out.
Yeah, well, you saw the difference in the balls going up to Calvert-Lewin, which weren't as good at balls in terms of quality. But anything that went up to João Pedro it was only half decent. He was able to sort of hold a defender off, bring it down, and flick he's just a very talented player. Robbo's right. They've got.
And I missed Cole Palmer out. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Cole Palmer. Now they played a bit better last week at Liverpool. But is that Liverpool? Yeah. So it was a little bit better than it was, but it is because it's been dreadful. It was at 6 straight defeats. But as Stuart said, they have good players, but they've got a lot of good players who haven't played particularly well, certainly of late. But I think they've also got a lot of top players and big names that are disillusioned with what's going on behind the scenes, and that's translated onto the field. So they have got a performance in them. Whether it's going to be tomorrow out here or not, I just don't know.
I think awkwardly the odds that you showed at the start of that piece were the same for last year when they played Palace and the year before when they played against United. Don't know. Do not remember. Nice. But from a City perspective, this in some ways reminds me of the game they played against Spurs in the Carabao Cup final a few years ago, where Ryan Mason was on the touchline for Spurs in that game. I think Mourinho might have just been sacked not too long before that.
I think he was sacked the 2 days before.
Yeah, literally. And I think City, as you said, they arrive in a better moment. You know, they have the confidence to be winning games of football. To be honest, Chelsea haven't. You know, they won the semi-final here against Leeds, which many of us thought they'd probably struggle in, but they managed to do that. And they do have the belief, but you still got to back City. And also, just to say, that semi-final was actually tough for City because, you know, Southampton have got a really good scouting network. So in reality, it was they actually did very well.
Exactly what Man City
did. They did very well to hold them off.
Send a scout up to see what Ryan Cherky and Ellen Haaland do.
Should we get some predictions? What's the final? It should be a fun final. It's like,
I
in
think,
theory, if both teams play at their best, it should be entertaining.
No, it should be. But I don't see any reason that either team would, and certainly City won't. I don't see any reason that either team would try and sit in and shut up shop. They'll both try and play.
Yeah.
How much City can dominate and get it out to the wide players remains to be seen. If it's Semenyo against Cucurella, that should be fun.
Yeah.
You know, there's all these little battles. You know, Cole Palmer if he plays, and Reece James, will he play? He could play in midfield. You know what I mean? He's such a talented individual. He could do that. So there's lots of subplots. And the other one is, come on, you must be in the know. Guardiola's going, isn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's got
a
turn from the why'd that take so long? I wanted to drink.
No, my point being is, with such an illustrious career,
right, he'd want to end it on a high.
100%.
At the FA Cup.
This is a big game, Daniel.
Yes, I know. I understand.
He wants to end his season. He's
Yes.
probably not going to win the Premier League.
Yes.
He's definitely not going to win the Champions League.
This will be a swan song.
I think personally this is a swan song for him.
Okay.
That doesn't give you any guarantee you're going to get a victory, but I just feel that's an extra inspiration for him and his team. Bernardo Silva's leaving this summer.
Yes.
And he's been absolutely brilliant for this football club.
Right.
So I think there's lots of reasons that City might just want it a little bit more, which sounds strange because it's an FA Cup final. But this Chelsea side, as I said, they've had some players that are a little bit disillusioned. So yeah, I think City win this game tomorrow. Do you want a scoreline?
Yes, I would, Mr. Burley, please.
I'm hoping for a really, really good game, and I'm going to say 3-2 to Manchester City.
Oh, we didn't say 3-2 as well.
I was going to say 3-2.
Hey, you can say 3-2 as well.
No, I can't. I'll say 4-2. I'll say 4-2. I'll take that.
4-2.
4-2. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go. If Chelsea play without fear and put the two centre halves under pressure, both with their runs in behind and also when they press the ball, I'm going to go for a tall draw. And you're going to go to penalties, and I'm going to go for Chelsea to win on penalties.
And is there any sign of you're just desperate to get the extra time? But listen, to be fair, I've been told.
It's all about you, Dan.
Why always me? Why always me?
To be fair, all the bars are closing at 10:30, so we're going to go for another hour and a half here.
Okay.
Is there any chance some of these players that haven't been fully fit for City are going to play tomorrow? Any surprises?
Which ones? Which one are you thinking of?
Gvardiol, Diaz, Rodri.
I'm going to say no.
There we go. Glad you asked that. That was well.
Oh, you didn't ask it.
Well, I didn't need to.
You did need to.
I didn't know what the answer was. No, I did my
There's people
research.
at home going, wonder if Rodri will play tomorrow.
No, I don't think so.
Did you see the dismissive way you said that?
FA Cup final live on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus tomorrow. Our coverage starts. Why is it so small? Why is the 9 a.m. bit? That's when we're on. That should be large. 9 a.m. Eastern is when it starts.